Welcome to this product video. Today, we'd like to show you Enterprise Asset Management for Microsoft Dynamics AX. Enterprise Asset Management enables companies to make proactive decisions that prevent equipment breakdown scenarios and maximize staff productivity, minimize downtime for equipment, and optimize production. Provide your maintenance staff with current, accurate information and guidance that help them achieve goals for uptime and longevity. In today's demonstration, we will show you work orders inside Dynamics AX by using the Enterprise Asset Management solution. Okay, so the work order was created. Now let's have a look at it. Number 89. So, work orders. Last one. Of course, 89. Let's open that. Now what we see is the flow cutter. You can also see that the checklist has been copied from the job type. So we can see that we have to shut down PLC, cut off the power, etc., and do that measurement. And you can also see that the worker can sign it off with his code and the date. The forecast has also been created. We can see that there's 8 hours forecasted, and there's also tools needed. So if I look at the tools, I can see that the calibration tool is needed. I can also say, okay, well, in this case, I don't need this tool. So I'm going to delete it like that. I can enter object faults. We can have a look at the forecast. So I can see that the forecast says I need 8 hours. I can change that. Automatically, we can add spare parts if we want to. And those expenses. Every work order has stages. So in this case, we can say, okay, now it's estimated. That's good. That's done. Let's go to the next stage, and that's scheduling. In this case, we're going to schedule exclusively. So we're just going to assign it to a worker. We can also schedule where the system does it automatically, and it will search for the right worker based on skills, for example. But let's schedule exclusively. So I'm now going to assign it to Ted. I'm Ted today, and I'm going to say OK. So if everything goes right, it has been scheduled. At this moment, it's scheduled, and that also means that automatically the data will be synchronized to Ted Howard's device. Okay, so we were still in the timeline. Let's go back. We'll see now that we have one extra work order. If I go there, we should be able to see the last work order. Here it is, number 89. When I go into more details, I can see, for example, that I have checklist for calibration. So let's go there. I can then add the data. So I can say, okay, I have done this. It's checked by Ted Howard. This one is also checked by Ted Howard. And this one is also checked by Ted Howard. So that's how far I came today. So let's go back. Once all the work has been done, of course, you can sign off the report. And by the way, I can also add items and tooling. But let's go to the report. It will gather all the data and then sign it off. So it says exactly the work that I have done. I can sign it off, I can submit the report, and that will automatically send an email. So that's a brief overview on the mobile device side. Okay, so let's go back to AX. This was the work order. We have basically signed off 3 steps. So let's have a look at the checklist. And now I can see that indeed Ted Howard has signed off these 3 lines. So that all has been done. Now, of course, when he starts entering his time, we will find the journals and we can post all that. And then, when the job has been done, we can close the work order. And then, of course, we still have left some reporting and statistics. What I wanted to show you is that we also have work order cost control. And if I start calculating the cost here, I can just select everything, then say OK. I want to see this by month. And I also want to see it by job type, for example. So again, we have a very detailed insight into the costs, the budget compared to the actuals, preventative, corrective, and committed costs. What we also have is work order date control. And work order date control allows you to basically see the average end delay and the average start delay. So for example, we say, okay, we are going to end this work order on the 1st of November, but the actual end date is 2 days later. We have an end delay. So we can say, okay, let's have a look at that for the job type. This way we can see that, for example, the checkup is actually the 2 days average end delay. And that means we really have to look at this type of job and see if we can do something about it and do a more detailed analysis. For more information, please visit columbusglobal.com. Thank you for watching.